And then I'm at the chocolate aisle with all like the individual chocolates, Kit Kats, Mars,
yeah.
And then I'm there for like 20 minutes, just going back and forth over the aisle, just like.
The best thing to do is decide by brand, then within that brand, what product. So are you more of a Galaxy or a Dairy Milk?
But then I differ. I'm a chocoholic. I'll eat pretty much any chocolate that don't have nuts in it.
Still find out ironic.
Yeah, but it ain't so much the nuts you go for on a guy, it's more the... And we're back for Power Rangers Ninja Steel.
I'm actually quite surprised you led in with that.
Episode 16 now? The one...
15?
No, we just done 15.
Oh, okay.
We just done 15.
There we go.
16? Episode 16. I know why 15 was up, because I got it up to do a sound check.
Oh, okay.
Because we'd had other videos on between episodes. In our breaks. Oh, I can feel that swirl going down.
Is it going down straight or is it in a swirling down?
I think I didn't chew it enough. You know where it goes down a bit rough? Because
you need to savour the Viennese swirl.
Is
it swirl? Is it whirl? It's whirls.
We're gonna get into this.
Why did I call it swirl?
They've got
a
swirl is a whirl, basically.
It's a whirl, yeah. What's the difference between a whirl and a swirl? Is swirl even a word?
Let's just go.
Let's go.
Oh, we got a Halloween episode.
We got a filler episode. That's what we fucking got. Any butts are off on a Halloween episode. I've seen her before.
What, the old woman?
Yeah. I know she's in something before.
I don't know. Well, I'm not going to find out now. She's gone.
Hello.
Grave robber.
Oh, grave robber. That was cool.
You want it?
Take it. Throw it away.
I've never really liked board games, and that one seems kind of lame.
Is it going to be Jumanji?
Oh, come on, Leroy.
You're going to get sucked into the board game.
Play if you want. It's not
Or the game comes to life.
Oh.
have fun.
Wizard works for Halloween.
Go along the path.
I thought they were going to play Dungeons and Dragons then. I completely forgot about the zombie raven.
Board game. Which is... The Blue Ranger actually did the Power Rangers D&D.
Well, then again, British soldiers tend to freak me out. Well, the Royal Guard. With the big hats, like why the fucking big black hat?
It goes on too long. No, like even by like even even by
Matt Smith thing.
just hand over the mouth.
No, I wouldn't do that. You fucking lick my hand. I'm like, oh, you dirty little.
You know me too well. I've super glued your seats.
They can still, get up and walk away with the chair stuck.
The stool isn't stuck to the ground.
I don't think so.
Or is it? No.
Well, we saw it wobble unless that was a floor.
Individually or as a team? Do we all die?
That's up to you.
Then that's actually quite good because we would have saw the floor with that. Like, just tip it out of the fucking
Yeah.
way.
Just put it on its side and then it don't go either way. I like how they're using like D&D dice for like a 6 dice style board game. Do you ever see board games using D&D style dice? Like a D20 on a board game?
Oh.
They haven't got
What's the 20?
a 20-sided dice.
Ah.
They haven't got like a 6-sided. Oh shit! Yeah, it's Jumanji.
Whoa, how did we get here?
Jumanji.
When did we morph?
You guys ever seen that film about a remake of a sequel?
You ever see
Eh?
that? There had to be fights at some point, of course.
Have they ever thought about, a miniature machine gun? Take out all the little guys.
Or just something they
They
can
just go
use.
through too much effort
Yeah.
every episode.
It's
Like,
like they can use-
again.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Time to just get a gun and shoot the motherfuckers.
Just bring on the big bad. We're oh,
Enough is enough.
I think we've seen that one before. Reusing villains. See, why didn't you do that at the start?
I needed diversion.
Yeah.
They were the diversion.
2, 3.
You're Power Rangers. You do that sort of jumping every day.
No, it'd be cool to watch them play the game whilst in the Power Rangers suits. You wouldn't see their facial expressions, but you can imagine what they're saying by their voice.
Or what would be cool is if like they get sucked into the game and they're stuck in it entirely, and like they go from area to area, which is like spaces on the board.
Yeah. Imagine just
I love-
get a 1 every fucking time.
See, like I love how they're using a 20-sided dice. They don't seem to be rolling anything higher than like a 6 or anything. And I swear there's like about 20, 30 spaces on that board. So at this point, if someone rolled a 20, you've won straight away.
Yeah.
And I can't see them doing that because then the show would be over.
Why didn't you do the last thing you did in the last episode, last fight, in the first thing in this one? You know it works. Jump in and explode them.
Because I think they're using footage from different Sentai episodes that they're now combining with a plot of playing a board game.
Ah, okay.
You see it working now? That's why the Gold Ranger is
That's
there.
very cheap, isn't it?
It is. It is.
It's Power Rangers.
It is. That sound hasn't gone down at all.
He'd be there in the editing, like, comparing each shot of the time, just to prove his point.
Probably not.
I was right,
I'm
it
lazy.
never go down.
I'm lazy. But if I know my kids show editing, and I know kids shows, like nothing, that sand is just the same shot of the sand going down each time, because kids aren't meant to notice that sort of stuff. They're just using up the episode ones they haven't been able to use yet.
Yeah. So definitely a filler then.
Yeah. At least
At least
it's like so. Past seasons, normally their specials, their holiday specials, Christmas and Halloween, are clip show fillers.
okay.
So at least it isn't a fucking clip show.
Yeah. It'd be funny if you brought out the Japanese man with him.
He's just sat there, the Japanese driver on his lap. Actually, so if this is like a game world, or like a weird fake world, who the hell was that Japanese driver?
Yeah.
Was he a bad guy? Was he a good guy? Was he real? Was he not real?
Whatever it is, they'll handle it. They have to trust that they can win.
Here we go.
I just want an episode where they don't win. And that's how they actually fight in the real Zord then. So they really saved the Japanese driver. I want that to be his credit. It's probably just going to be truck driver, but I want it to be Japanese driver.
Just the way he moves his arms. No, what I think is
50 people died that day.
what I find quite normally when things are huge, they move a lot slower. So I think it's kind of weird that we're seeing them in like as if we're normal size.
Yeah. They're ninjas. Ninjas are faster than... Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't really like board games.
So, they did what you like to do, but
then you wouldn't do what they like to do because you don't like board games.
Oh.
Is that right? Well,
You trying to call me a little bitch?
sounds.
No, I'm saying you are a little
Oh,
bitch.
oh, sorry. How else would you put it? Okay. I see what you're saying. You're right. I'll go see what they're up to.
That was a nice little message. It was completely out of nowhere and kind of...
Don't be selfish towards your friends.
Yeah.
It's kind of dark. Hey.
But I liked the acting between the two. It was a nice moment.
Why don't you just break that glass ball?
I think it's just a visual ball.
Or are they trapped with it?
I don't know, I think they're just being teleported to different areas.
Oh.
Because...
I thought they just stuck within the... Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well, because it was said that the Zord had actually been turned against them and that they didn't want to destroy it because it's... There you go. Levi's sword. Sword?
Because he,
Sword.
that's how he... That's why the Japanese man's not with them. Because they
Because
teleport
it-
him
yeah.
with the man. That's why the action within the sphere is like...
Fate.
Yeah.
I did as well, I'm guessing not now though. Oh, they destroyed it finally. I phase out in the Megazord bits. With this series anyway, they managed to keep me in RPM. Most of the time.
Oh. There you go!
Yeah, no, true. What'd you do if the sound can't reach the bottom?
I've never been so happy to stand up.
Thanks, Levi. You're
Why didn't we do that the first thing?
Don't thank me.
Just break the sound.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
really
like,
sorry. I spoiled your fun by saying this board game.
right, bye!
Hanging out with my friends.
How
is what's
tight
fun,
does he want that top to be?
No matter what we're doing.
Not tight
Maybe
enough.
more.
It's
But
for
I
the
think
mums
we
at
should play
home.
board games for a while.
Look at my afro, dude.
It just reminds me of the guard from the cave in Pokemon. I always thought the dude stood outside of Cerulean City's cave was one of those royal guards. Because the cave was behind him and it kind of looked like his hat.
I see.
In the original Game Boy, in the original
Ah.
Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, you know the cave that Mewtwo's in, and there's a dude guarding it. I always thought he was he was wearing a Royal Guard's hat because shut up. Because the cave was behind him, but it looked like his hat. That one was. You were right. It was a filler. Pretty much, it was. That one I'd say was the more sort of 4.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4.
That was
Because
just kind
It
of
was...
creeping towards.
It's very creative in the
Nah.
way they use Sentai footage.
Yeah.
I'll give them that.
At least it
cheap, yeah,
wasn't
but
flashbacks.
It wasn't
Clip-
flashbacks
it wasn't
or
a clip
clip
show.
clip. Yeah, so
They did a filler episode in a good way.
yeah. They didn't prolong the
It's
story.
still pretty boring.
Yeah,
We
it
were
did feel like
just chatting about other things most of the time.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
the,
probably more interesting than the episode.
that's the way it goes
Ooh.
sometimes.
But
That's the. It's yeah. Some episodes are good. A lot of episodes aren't. But as I mentioned briefly within the episode, Power Rangers has now been bought
yeah.
by Hasbro. So who knows what the series after this would be like. And I think when that is released, it'll be worth giving a look to see if Hasbro handles it any differently than Saban. Because honestly, I love Saban eras, certain ones.
Would you reckon the Disney era kind of ruined it? Because they were bought by Disney, weren't they?
They were. I'd personally say I prefer the Disney eras.
Okay, which one?
RPM was a Disney era.
Okay, I prefer Disney.
That's yeah. There was some bad Disney eras.
But when Saban
But
bought
I-
it back, they
I
went
think
lower.
since Saban has bought it back, there's been a lot more bad Neo Saban
Yeah.
series, as they're called. So
The spirits we do not speak of.
it would be nice to see how Hasbro handles it
Hmm.
because they're known for like Transformers and
Yeah.
what else does Hasbro do?
Um,
I know they do My Little
board-
Pony.
Yeah, they do My Little Pony and
They do board games, yeah.
what's it? I'm starting to not sorry. It's Twister.
Just there's a board game. I was trying to think in terms of like TV and films, just so we had stuff to think of and compare what their Power Rangers could be like. Anyway, yeah, basic, boring-ish
When's
Halloween
that due?
episode.
When is that due to come out? Hasbro.
The Hasbro series
I mean, they just recently bought them, so
probably be
like 2 years from now.
maybe next year.
Oh.
If they try and keep it up with one every year next year, if not the year after.
Yeah.
But from what I've heard,
Mm.
I don't know how true it is or what. I don't look into spoilers that much, just because I don't like to be spoiled.
Okay. What's the rumor?
The rumor is that they're going to be adapting a series that they've skipped. Not Tokyo, not the trains, but there was a series before that called Go Busters, which was a spy-based series.
I thought you meant like Go Busted. I thought it was just people who can transform to buses.
No, Buster.
Buster.
Go Buster. And it's a spy-based one
Alright.
that was skipped because they thought it was too darkish.
Sounds
So
good. I want to see that.
we'll get to that eventually. First we've got to finish Ninja Steel. So join us next time for the next one. Next time, bye.